Welcome back to Reality Warriors. Today, we are going to dissect the biggest lie society has injected into your brain since childhood. The lie that keeps you exhausted, the lie that keeps you broke, the lie that turns you into the perfect prey for the predators out there. That belief is, just be a good person, and life will return good things to you. Not. That is the mindset of a slave. Look back at your life. How many times have you sacrificed your own interests for others, only to receive ingratitude in return? How many times have you suffered in silence just to keep the peace? How many times did you give away your kindness, and the world paid you back with contempt? Niccolò Machiavelli warned of this over 500 years ago. A man who wishes to make a profession of goodness in everything must necessarily come to grief among so many who are not good. The brutal truth is this: the world does not run on compassion, it runs on power, respect, and leverage. Blind kindness is not a virtue, it is a fatal weakness. It is a sign written on your forehead that reads, "I am weak, use me." In this video, I am not going to teach you how to be evil. I'm going to teach you something far more dangerous: how to weaponize your kindness. We are going to go deep into psychological principles that will transform you from a nice person who gets bullied into a strategically kind power player, from someone seeking affection to someone commanding influence. If you are not ready to see the true face of human nature, leave now. But if you are tired of being the sacrificial good guy, stay. Now, drop this affirmation in the comments. Kindness is strategy. Number 1. Predator psychology and prey signals. Let's start with the most fundamental principle. Unlimited kindness is interpreted as weakness. Manipulators, dirty players, energy vampires, they don't choose victims at random. They choose based on signals, and the clearest signal you broadcast is excessive availability. When you say yes to every request, you aren't proving your generosity. You are proving that your time is cheap. You are proving that your boundaries are loose. You are proving that other people's needs are more important than your own. Machiavelli understood that human nature is ungrateful, fickle, and deceptive. When you give them too much, too easily, they are not grateful. They view it as an entitlement, and the moment you stop giving, they won't ask why. They will resent you as if you just stole their rights. Look at the corporate environment. Who always gets assigned extra unpaid work? Who stays late to fix other people's mistakes? Is it the loud, difficult, powerful people? Number. It is the nice people, the ones who never dare to refuse, the ones afraid of offending. And the result? Burnout, depression, and ironically, a complete lack of respect. Predators smell the scent of people-pleasing. It's blood in the water. They know you need validation. They know you fear conflict. And they will drain you, drop by drop, smiling while they take from you and turning their backs the moment you have no value left to exploit. Make no mistake. Kindness is a choice of the strong. But kindness out of fear, kindness out of a need for acceptance, kindness because you cannot say no, that is cowardice disguised as morality. The law, kindness unprotected by power, will always be exploited. Number 2. The curse of the savior complex. Many of you are trapped in this specific trap. You think it is your responsibility to save others. You think you need to fix their problems. Machiavelli said, "He who causes another to become powerful ruins himself." When you help someone incorrectly, you aren't just wasting your resources, you are creating parasites. There is a type of person I call the energy parasite. They are always in crisis, always have a problem, always playing the victim of circumstance. And you, with your blind kindness, rush in to rescue them. You give them money, you give them advice. You spend hours listening to them complain. You think you are doing a good deed. But what is the reality? They don't change. Their problems never end. Because they don't need solutions, they need attention. Worse, by constantly rescuing them, you strip them of their ability to be independent. You turn them into cripples of will, and when you can no longer help them, they will turn around and bite you. Kindness without intelligence is cruelty. Real power comes from selectivity. You cannot save everyone. You are not a charity. Your resources, time, money, emotion are finite. Every time you invest in an unworthy person, you take opportunity away from the worthy and, most importantly, from yourself. Look at the most successful people. Do they help others? Yes, but they are absolutely ruthless about WHO they help. They don't invest in bottomless pits. They invest in potential. They invest in people who understand value. Stop playing the savior. Start playing the strategic investor. Drop this affirmation: I do not feed the weak. Number 3, the economics of kindness. Scarcity creates value. Why is a diamond expensive? Because it is rare. Why is air free? Because it is everywhere. The law of supply and demand applies to your kindness. If your help is always available, if you show up every time someone calls, if your smiles and agreement are distributed freely to the world, then your value is zero. Inflation of kindness leads to the devaluation of character. Humans, by instinct, only value what they must work to obtain. Machiavelli advised, "It is better to have others need you than to have them feel grateful to you." But for others to need you, you cannot be easy. Imagine a scenario. Person A always brings coffee for everyone, always volunteers for grunt work, always smiles at everyone, does whatever is asked immediately. Person B focuses on doing their job excellently, slightly cold, speaks less, but when someone faces a truly difficult problem and asks for help, Person B thinks carefully before assisting, and then assists perfectly. Who is respected more? Person B. Who is looked down upon? Person A. Why? Because Person B's kindness is a reward. Person A's kindness is an obligation. When you distribute kindness indiscriminately, people default to thinking it is your duty. But when you master strategic withdrawal, when you know how to say no more often than yes, then every time you say yes, it is an event. Don't be the good friend who only comforts. Be the dangerous friend who dares to slap your friend in the face to wake them up. That is the highest form of kindness. Number 6. Results matter more than intentions. Society is full of apologists, but I had good intentions. Good intentions are worthless if the result is a disaster. Power thinking focuses 100% on results. Blind kindness focuses on intentions and the giver's own emotions. You help someone because it makes you feel like a good person, not because it is actually good for them. That is selfishness in disguise. If you give money to a gambling addict because you feel pity, you are killing him. Your intention, good. Result, he sinks deeper into debt. You are an accomplice. If you do your child's homework because you fear they will get a bad grade, intention, love. Result, you create a useless child incapable of problem solving. You are harming your bloodline. Machiavelli did not care for textbook morality. He cared about effectiveness. Ask yourself before performing any act of kindness, does this action create a positive long-term result? Or does it just resolve my immediate emotions? Does it create independence or dependency? Strategic kindness requires intellect. Sometimes the kindest thing you can do for someone is nothing. Let them fall. Let them fail. Let them take responsibility for their mistakes. Pain is the best teacher. Taking away their pain is taking away their opportunity to grow. Learn to be ruthless, to be truly kind. Number 7. The law of reciprocity. In the world of power, nothing is free. Every action is a transaction. Blind kindness gives and expects nothing in return. It sounds noble, but it is the fastest way to bankruptcy, both financial and emotional. Machiavellian thinking teaches use kindness to create debt. When you help someone, especially in strategic environments, business, negotiation, corporate politics, you must ensure the other party understands this is a favor, not a duty. Don't say, "Oh, it's nothing, no big deal." This sentence erases the value of your effort. Say, "I'm happy I could handle this for you. I know you'd do the same for me when it matters." Do you see the difference? The first sentence turns help into zero. The second sentence establishes an invisible psychological contract. You have planted a debt in their mind. The law of reciprocity will make them feel obligated to repay you in the future. This is not petty calculation. This is fairness. The most durable relationships are those based on the equal exchange of value. If you only give without receiving, the other party will start to despise you or feel burdened unconsciously, and then they will leave you because of the feeling of inferiority. Don't be afraid to ask. Don't be afraid to remind them of the value you bring. A good person with power is one who knows how to turn favors into allies, into opportunities, and into a shield when things get tough. Help the right people, those with the capacity and willingness to repay. Avoid the bottomless pits, those who only know how to take. Erase the ungrateful from your investment list immediately. Number 8. Build your fortress first. Self-power. Finally, the most important rule. You cannot pour from an empty cup. The kindness of a weak man is meaningless. The kindness of a strong man is a gift. If you are poor, you cannot help the poor, except with empty, comforting words. If you are weak, you cannot protect anyone from injustice. If you are ignorant, your advice only causes harm. Therefore, your greatest moral obligation is not to serve others, but to build power for yourself. Be strategically selfish. Spend time making money. Spend energy forging your intellect. Spend emotion building an iron mindset. Build your position to the level of untouchable. When you stand at the peak, a nod from you can change someone's life. A word from you carries the weight of 1,000 pounds. That is when your kindness truly has power. Machiavelli wrote of princes who must know how to protect their own power first, because if they lose the state, they cannot help the people. You are the prince of your own life. Protect your throne, protect your energy, protect your assets. Don't let society manipulate you with words like selfish, cold, ambitious. They want you weak, so you are easy to control. Ignore them. Focus on becoming strong, because when you are strong, your kindness is not begging. It is the choice of a monarch. Number 9. The art of strategic cruelty. We need to redefine a word. Cruelty. Society tells you cruelty is bad. Machiavelli teaches that cruelty, used well, is mercy, and mercy used badly is cruelty. Let me explain. If a surgeon cuts open a patient without anesthesia to save his life, is he cruel? Yes. He causes pain, but he saves the life. If a parent lets their child eat candy all day because they don't want to see the child cry, are they kind? No. They are destroying the child's health. That is cruel. You have been practicing destructive kindness. You help people who refuse to help themselves, enabling their weakness. You forgive people who betray you, enabling their disrespect. You shield people from consequences, stunting their growth. You must learn strategic cruelty. This means letting people fail. This means letting people suffer the consequences of their stupidity. This means looking at someone's crisis and saying, "This is not my problem." This is the hardest thing for a nice person to do. It feels wrong, it feels cold, but it is the only way to earn respect. Respect is born from the knowledge that you are capable of being dangerous. If a dog has no teeth, you don't respect it, you pity it. If a dog has massive teeth but chooses not to bite, you respect it. You must show your teeth. You must be willing to burn a bridge if the person on the other side is weighing it down. You must be willing to walk away from a negotiation, a relationship, or a job if the terms are disrespectful. The moment you are willing to walk away, you hold all the cards. The person who cares the least controls the relationship. Drop this affirmation. I am willing to walk away. Number 10. Weaponizing the word no. No is not just a word. It is a complete sentence. It is the shield of your empire. Most of you cannot say no, and when you do, you ruin it. You say, "I can't tonight because my car is making a noise and my mom needs me to stop." Rule 1 of power: never explain your refusal. When you explain, you are opening a negotiation. You are telling the predator, "I want to say yes, but this obstacle is in the way." The predator will simply help you remove the obstacle so they can get what they want. "Oh, your car is broken? I'll pick you up." Now you are trapped. Say, "No." Say, "That doesn't work for me." Say, "I'm not going to do that." And then, this is the most important part: silence. Stare at them. Let the silence hang in the air. The silence creates pressure. The average person will panic and start backpedaling. The predator will realize they hit a wall. This is boundaries 101. A boundary without a consequence is just a suggestion. If you say no and they keep pushing, you don't argue. You leave, or you cut them off. Every time you say no to a request that drains you, you are saying yes to your own power. You are reclaiming a brick of your castle. At first, people will get angry. They will call you selfish. They will say you changed. Good. Let them be angry. Their anger is a sign that you are no longer under their control. Their disappointment is the proof of your freedom. Wear their judgment like a badge of honor. Number 11. Build your fortress. Self-interest is virtue. Society has brainwashed you to think self-interest is evil. Don't be selfish. What a scam. If you do not take care of yourself, who will? Will your boss? Will your government? Will your friends? No. When you collapse, they will replace you. Machiavelli teaches that a prince must secure his own base of power before he can expand his territory. You cannot pour from an empty cup. You cannot save the drowning if you cannot swim. Your first moral obligation is to you. Get your money right. Money is freedom. Money is a wall against indignity. Get your body right. Physical strength creates mental armor. People don't mess with fit, strong individuals. Get your mind right. Read, learn, strategize, become obsessed with your own elevation. This is not narcissism, this is stewardship. You have been given one life, one vessel. To let it rot while serving others is a sin against nature. When you focus on yourself, you become a light. A lighthouse does not run around the beach trying to save boats. It stands still, it shines, it is solid, and because it is solid, it saves lives. Be the lighthouse. Stop running around the beach. Build your fortress so high that only the worthy can climb it. When you are powerful, your kindness actually matters. When a weak man gives you $10, it's pathetic. When a billionaire gives you $10,000, it changes your life. Get rich in spirit and coin, so your giving has impact. Conclusion. From victim to master of the game. Look back. You have been lied to for too long. You believed that if you were obedient, if you sacrificed, the world would give you a medal. There are no medals, only scars. But today, everything changes. You understand that blind kindness is poison. You understand that you need to arm your heart with a cold intellect. You will stop explaining. You will stop pleasing. You will stop casting your pearls before swine. You will start calculating, not to be a villain, but to protect the good inside you. To ensure that when you give kindness, it goes to the right place, the right person, and creates the right result. Become the dangerously kind person, the one the bad guys must fear and the good guys must respect. Become the one who holds control. The game is yours if you dare to play by the rules of the strong. If this content awakened the beast inside you, if it hurt because it hit too close to home, do 3 things right now, like this, to confirm you understand the rules of the game. Share this with a friend who is still stupidly sacrificing for others. Subscribe because we are just beginning the journey to ultimate power. And finally, carve this into your mind and drop it in the comments as a vow of honor. I am kind, but not weak.